What's going on, everyone? It's time to do a Fidelity probability calculator for tomorrow. Man, I'm jacked for tomorrow. It's been a long-ass weekend, but hey, we're about to be open soon. So let's go ahead and look at AMC real quick. And let's look at the levels of resistance and support in the options chain. Hope you all had a good weekend. Okay, let's look what's going on here. Okay, so we have some nice support here in AMC at the $40 strike point. We have some resistance at the $50 point and the $45 point. So that could mean for a sideways week, unless we get enough volume to push past this resistance level here. Gamma's looking pretty good. This looks to me more like these are calls being sold as far as market makers. And the reason why would be to collect on that premium. So yeah, you have 9,500 there. So there's no contract switching hands, right? But there's open interest. So likely calls being sold to collect premium. They were likely sold after the big run up we had, or not big run up, but decent run up we had on the 24th for AMC and GME. So again, you can think of open interest on the put side right here as support. As when you see open interest right here, it's likely that they're selling calls at the $40 strike, meaning this is bearish. I'm sorry, this is bullish for AMC. And now it's the opposite when you look at the call side. So for example, here, we can think of this as resistance, especially when there's no volume there. Same thing here for the $50 strike point. So it looks like our first level of resistance is going to be that 44 marker, and then that 45 especially. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But that's how typically you would want to look at the options chain to determine support and resistance. So let's look at the calculator now. And again, not a price projection, just a % chance up or down based on this model for the 7th, which is Tuesday. Just about dead even. So a coin flip for AMC, as expected, coming off a 3-day weekend. Let's see what GameStop looks like. Slightly higher, we're looking at a 53.23% chance above for tomorrow and a 46.77% chance below. And that's where we closed on Friday. Now remember, the European was open today. I believe we finished around 205 or so. So it may give a different number if we go to 205.75, but I don't think it's counting today's trading day in Europe. So yeah, much lower. So may not be fully accurate until we kick off tomorrow's day into Wednesday. So keep that in mind. Now let's take a look at the options for GameStop. And they must have added these contracts over the holiday weekend, because was not this kind of set up earlier. Okay, so it looks like we have somewhat of support at 200. Not much resistance in the options chain up until, I guess, 300 would be the marker. Remember, we do have earnings coming up, and typically we run up till earnings, but lately it's kind of been weird. So just be ready for anything. If we kill earnings, I would expect maybe a run after earnings. I mean, I think this is uncharted territory that we're going into with GameStop's earnings. So just keep that in mind. Nice to see some support here, though, and not much resistance. So, example, the first equivalent level of contracts we get from the call side isn't until 250. So, not bad. We'll have to see what happens. Hang in there, everyone. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and very good. Talk to you then. Hopefully, there's some filings. It's been dry lately.